In this channel, I'll be analyzing the market structure, telling us our current position in the price chart, and predicting the possible next move in the market. But first, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and put on the notification to be notified when next I drop a new video. In this section, I'll be analyzing the Ethereum, the second largest coin in the cryptocurrency space. Welcome to the Ethereum price chart. I've already mapped out the market structure, so I will be analyzing it. I will let you know the current position we are on the Ethereum chart price. I map out the major structure with yellow and the minor structure with red, which the major structure is our daily time frame, while the minor structure is our 4 hours time frame. As you can see, is below here. After every break of structure, you should expect a pullback. I'll be starting the analysis from this point, and I'll be using this too. So from here, the market gave us an impulsive move, giving us series of higher high, telling us that we're on a bullish trend. So this is going to be used to represent the bullish trend, while we're going to use the color red of these two to represent the pullback. So now this is my pullback. So remember, after every break of structure, a pullback. So the market started rallying from this point, got to this point, and the market pulled back to this point. So from that point, market broke structure to the upside, telling us that we are still on a bullish trend. It rallied from this point to this point. This is our break of structure. So what should we be expecting? We should be expecting a pullback. So after break of structure, we had this pullback, which now signifies our higher low. Then after this point, market broke structure again and rallied to the upside, gave us another long impulsive move. And with this break of structure to the upside, we already know that we are still on a bullish trend. But instead, we're expecting a pullback. But instead of a pullback, the market now broke structure to the downside. Price broke structure to the downside, telling us that now the market is a bearish trend. So now what should we be expecting after a break of structure? We should be expecting a pullback. Instead of price giving us a pullback, it broke structure again back to the upside, breaking this lower high, telling us that the bulls are back to the market. They came back with strength. They break structure back to the upside. And what next? We should be expecting a pullback move. On our pullback move, market came down to this point. And what do we expect? After coming back to this point, market broke structure again, gave us another bullish trend, breaking structure. Now what should we be expecting? We should be expecting a pullback to confirm if we are still on a bullish trend. But as long as it's not taking out this higher low, that shows we are still on a bullish trend. So this is the pullback move. It was actually a little pullback before market broke structure again to the upside, telling us that the bulls are still in control of the market after this break of structure. We're expecting a pullback, but instead market broke structure again back to the downside, telling us that the bears are now in control of the market. The bears came back to the market. So after break of structure to the downside, we're expecting a pullback, and this is actually our pullback. Market pullback to this point, telling us now that our bears have become our impulsive move, while our bulls have become our pullback move. Market broke structure again to the downside, and now it's confirmed that we're on a bearish trend, because we've seen this is the first lower low we saw in the market, and this is the second lower low we saw in the market. That shows now that we are on a bearish trend. Remember, after every break of structure, you should be expecting a pullback. Price pullback to this point and broke structure again to the downside. Currently on our major structure, price just breaks structure to the downside. Expecting a pullback, price now broke structure again to the upside, broke structure again to the downside, showing us another lower low. And after then, we expected a pullback. The pullback came in, but it was actually a minor pullback. The market just pulled back to this point, broke structure again to the low to give us another lower low. Currently, our position on Ethereum price chart is a bearish trend, but on a pullback mode. Currently, on our major structure, price is between this lower high and this lower low. So now let's move to our minor structure and let's analyze. Let's see what position are we currently on our lower time frame. But on our major time, or we already seen it that we're on a bearish trend and on a pullback phase. On our lower time frame, we begin to see series of higher high and higher lows, just the same way we did on our major structure. That's the same thing we're going to do on the minor structure to know what position are we on our minor structure. Okay, price begin to give us higher highs and higher lows, this structure, and gave us an higher high expecting a pullback. Price broke this structure and gave us this higher high, and this became our pullback move. Then what happened next? We noticed that price broke structure again to the top side, telling us that the bulls are still in control on our minor structure, and our minor structure currently is the pullback phase to our major structure. Price pulled back to this point, then the bulls came into the market again and broke structure to the upside. Now if you notice, this supply zone is a major supply zone, and market got there, respected that zone, and start falling down. What happened next? After breaking this structure, we're expecting the market to pull back, but instead of a pullback, market broke structure to the downside. Now the bears are in control of the minor structure. Okay, from this point we expected a pullback. Price pull back to this point, then broke structure again to the downside. After market broke structure to the downside, we're expecting a pullback, but instead of a pullback, price broke structure to the higher side, and we're expecting another pullback. But instead of a pullback to the downside, now price broke structure to the downside again. And after price has broken structure to this downside, minor structure, we're in between this higher high swing and this lower low. Now price has been on this swing. There's a supply zone here. Price got to this point, to this supply zone, respected it, and broke structure to the downside. So currently now on our major structure, price broke structure to the downside. Then on our minor structure, price gave us series of higher highs and higher lows, which is a pullback to the major structure. But after them, price on minor structure, price broke structure to the downside, and now currently price have taken out this lower low. Price is approaching this demand zone. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think this demand zone will take price back to the upside, or do you think this demand zone will be broken by this impulsive movement? So what our position on Ethereum price chart? On our major structure, we've seen price broke structure to the downside. Broke structure to the downside. We are on the impulsive phase. On our minor structure, price have been giving us series of higher highs and lower highs. But when it got to this supply zone, that's the supply zone for the major structure, price broke downward, giving us lower low. So on our minor structure now, price has broken structure again to the downside. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think this impulsive movement will break this demand zone on our major structure, or do you think at this demand zone price will rally back to the upside? Thank you for watching this video. If you're new to this